Welcome to Earnings Central. In this video, we'll break down ExxonMobil's fourth quarter fiscal 2024 earnings. We'll cover key financial performance metrics and dig into insights from the earnings call. All right, let's go. Starting with top-line revenue, the original estimate for Q4 was $86.3 billion. The company actually reported revenue of $83.4 billion, missing expectations by 3.4%. This quarterly revenue also marked a 1.1% decrease compared to the $84.3 billion reported in the same quarter last year. Moving to adjusted earnings per share, the original estimate for Q4 was $1.55. The company actually reported an EPS of $1.67, exceeding expectations by 7.7%. However, this result reflects a significant 32.7% decrease compared to the $2.48 per share reported in the same quarter last year. Now, let's dive into some additional performance metrics highlighted during the earnings call. Exxon Mobil delivered impressive results in 2024, reporting earnings of $34 billion, marking their third highest result in a decade, and this was achieved despite softer market conditions. The company's return on capital employed hit 13%, demonstrating strong operational efficiency. When you exclude cash balances and capital tied up in projects under construction, that number actually rises to around 17%. Operating cash flow was also robust at $5 billion, representing their third highest figure in a decade. This strong cash generation supported both ongoing investments and shareholder returns. Speaking of returns, ExxonMobil has distributed an impressive $125 billion to shareholders through dividends and buybacks over the past 5 years. That's $30 billion more than their closest competitor. The company achieved record sales of high-value products in their product solutions business, showing their successful shift toward more profitable product offerings. Perhaps most impressively, they've grown their earnings at a compound annual growth rate of nearly 30% over the past 5 years, excluding special items. Now, let's shift focus to some of the key insights and takeaways from the earnings call. First, the Pioneer acquisition is already exceeding expectations. ExxonMobil now projects annual synergies of more than $3 billion from combining their operations, significantly higher than initial estimates. This will help drive Permian Basin production from 1.5 million barrels per day to 2.3 million barrels per day by 2030. In Guyana, they've achieved remarkable success, reaching production of 650,000 barrels per day just 10 years after their initial discovery. This is an unprecedented pace for deep water development, and they're not done yet. The Yellowtail project, their fourth and largest development to date, is set to start up in 2025. Speaking of 2025, ExxonMobil has 10 major projects scheduled to start up this year, which they expect will contribute more than $3 billion to earnings by 2026. These projects span across their upstream, downstream, and chemical businesses, showing the company's commitment to diversified growth. A fascinating new development is their entry into data center power solutions. ExxonMobil is leveraging their expertise in natural gas and carbon capture to provide low-carbon power solutions for data centers, with potential project startups as early as 2028. This positions them well to capitalize on the growing demand from AI and cloud computing. The company is also establishing itself as a leader in carbon capture and storage. They've contracted 6.7 million tons per year of CO2 for transport and storage, more than any other company globally. They're the only company with an end-to-end system capable of capturing, transporting, and storing carbon emissions. Finally, ExxonMobil is seeing strong growth in high-value products across their portfolio. They're expanding into new markets like proximal resin systems and carbon materials, which have an estimated total addressable market of $100 billion by 2030. This strategic shift towards higher-margin products should help drive sustained profitability growth. In conclusion, ExxonMobil's latest earnings call reveals a company that's not only performing well financially, but is also positioning itself strategically for future growth across multiple fronts. From traditional oil and gas to new energy solutions and high-value products, they're executing on a clear vision for long-term value creation. That wraps up our recap of ExxonMobil's fourth quarter fiscal 2024 earnings. If you found this recap helpful and want to stay on top of more earnings reports from other companies, don't forget to subscribe. We've got plenty more quick and easy breakdowns coming your way from Earning Central.